Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video on my channel TLS with Doaa Abd El-ghaffar. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell for my future videos. And I appreciate your understanding when you share TLS with your friends. Alright, questioning. You know, questioning is one of the main qualities to be an effective teacher, which is why it must be highlighted on TLS. Well, we also know that asking questions is essential to teaching and learning. It's a great way to move your students out of passive learning into active learning. Because of that, your preparation of questioning is very important. It's a fundamental part of your lesson plan. Well, we commonly use three types of questions. One, management-related questions. For example, does everyone have their textbooks? Or has anyone finished this piece of work? Questions deal with daily classroom routine. Number two, information recall related questions. For example, who are the characters in the story? Or how many sides does a square have? Questions recall information from the lesson, from the content. Number three, high order questions. For example, what evidence do you have for saying that? Or if you could change a character in the story, what would it be and why? Like these examples, high order questions or high level questions promote deep thinking. Which type of questions do you mostly emphasize in your class? Actually, that question is for each of us to check after each class. Now, how to use questioning effectively into the classroom? Here are some helpful techniques. Number one, ask questions involve students actively. Meaning, look, questioning process is not between you as a teacher and one of your students. That's a myth. It's suppose you ask a question and one of your students provides an answer. This answer is not for you. This is for the whole class to interact, agree, disagree, explain more, ask for some examples, ask another question until they reach a conclusion. That's exactly the enthusiastic, active learning environment in which students interact together, respond to each other. Number two, limit closed questions. Closed questions, which can be answered by a simple yes or no, have low cognitive involvement and provide limited assessment for learning. But it's still important for lower attaining students. A little bit encouraging questions, while higher attaining students respond better to more challenging questions. Open-ended questions promote deep thinking. When I say, do you like traveling? It's a closed question. But when I say, if you could travel anywhere on earth, where would you go and why? It's an open-ended question. When I say, are you happy with your new school? It's a closed question. But when I say, how would you describe your school? It's an open-ended question. And so on. Number three, don't rely on volunteers. A small number of your students answer your questions. Invite non-volunteers. Encourage their responding, listen to them, praise, give them positive energy to stand up and say the answer. Number four, target individuals. Instead of saying, for example, who can tell me the nearest planet to the Earth, you can say, M. See if you tell us the nearest planet to the Earth. H. Do you think that's true? What do you think, Ellie? Okay, using a student's name and targeting them personally is such a good way to hold their attention. Number five, limit using a hands-up approach. Me. For the next 15 minutes, I don't need hands up because I'll decide who to answer. In that case, students should be more attentive. Anyone is likely to be asked. Number six, don't forget wait time. What is wait time? It's a short period of time between questioning and answering. Short silence time for your students to think or reflect before answering. This technique will improve the quality and quantity of your students' responses. So when you ask a question, wait for students to think and arrange their ideas. Okay, wait time is about 3 to 5 seconds if you ask a closed question, and up to 15 seconds if you ask an open-ended question. Number seven, handle incorrect responses. If a student answered incorrectly, here are some suggestions you would say. Nice try, but That's not the answer I'm looking for. Hey, almost, yes. Hey, M, you've got something there. Help Ellie complete the answer. Thanks, Ellie. If a student gave an answer to another question, you could say, for example, if I had asked who invented the internet, you would be right. But anyway, thank you. While using any of these suggestions or something else, don't forget an encouraging smile. Thanks for watching. That's the end of today's video. Happy teaching, happy TLS.